Hi everyone, welcome to the Roaring Gunners from the City of Joy with Saradeep from the Arsenal Bengal official supporters group. Hey bro, how are you?
Can you really be good at this time? Because I'm very much tense, especially what happened on Monday. So yeah, living on the edge, to be honest, after the result. So yeah, still optimistic though.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a worrying time for us, not just with that result, but as we know, the injuries, the news that's come out afterwards. Tierney's out for the rest of the season. Partey's out for at least 2 to 3 weeks, we're saying. Tommy Yasu as well.
Damage his thigh as well.
Yeah, Tommy Yasu needs at least another week, maybe 2, they're saying. So a little bit worrying injury-wise. But before we get to that, let's look back at the game itself. So really disappointing. Poor performance. I don't think we've performed that poorly for a long time now. Probably the last time it's been that poor, you would say Everton away earlier in the season, but really nothing there. And the defense has been so strong this season, but that was all over the place. We know we're without our 2 first choice fullbacks. There's no Tierney and no Tommy, but really poor. Even Ben White, Gabriel were poor. The midfield, Partey kept giving the ball away. And yeah, it was just such a poor performance by so many players. What was your thoughts on the game?
Absolutely, we didn't turn up, to be precise, and you can't win a Premier League match when 2 or 3 of your players don't perform. But on Monday it was 5 or 6, 7 or 8 didn't perform. Partey was abysmal, so was Odegaard. Odegaard was absolutely atrocious, I think, and Nuno Tavares, I just don't want to blame him too much because he was out of the team for so long and he's suddenly been brought in due to the injury of Tierney. So I won't be that hard to him. But apart from that, the whole team as a unit, we were very disappointing. We didn't start well. We completely, kept on, giving the passes away and losing the possession and all. And then the score suddenly, also very soft goal as well. Tavares again should have been doing better. Should have been clearing that header, the first header from Anderson, I think. Then again we go down again within minutes. Then there's a mistake from Gabriel as well. So yeah, it was very disappointing performance, and I really don't know what to say because although we were better in the second half, but then again a very soft penalty being given away. I really, yeah, it's a penalty, but we have seen that those not being given in previous matches as well. But yeah, it was a very depressing night for me, and now fearing the worst maybe. Still, yeah, because we have some tough games coming up.
Crystal Palace are a good team. They're having a good season in the FA Cup semi-finals. They've been playing well recently. We've seen them play well against Man City as well. So we're expecting a tough game. And credit to Crystal Palace, they did play really well.
Absolutely. You have to say that Crystal Palace was superb as well. Patrick Vieira has completely transformed the team in terms of their playing. They play so beautiful football. I've seen them playing the passing, the movements, the build-up is quite exquisite, and we were quite simply the second best team on the night.
Yeah, and talking about the defense was poor, but attacking wise, all right, second half we were livelier, had a couple of chances, but got to talk about the performance of Lacazette. Again, really poor. We talk about him not scoring, but when we say, okay, his link-up plays good, he works really hard for the team, but he didn't provide any of that against Crystal Palace. And I saw a stat saying that he's only scored 1 open goal in the last 15 matches.
The last one was, I think, against Southampton at home. I think. The last goal that he scored from open play. So yeah, you can see that it's been what I've been saying for a long time, that Lacazette, although he's just been doing so much for the team, his link-up play and all this work rate and all. But from a striker, what you need is goals. But he hasn't delivered that for a long time, and it was quite evident on the night that was on Monday as well. You could see there were crosses that being sent in. There was no one there, and then there was a chance for Odegaard. The cross from the left side. He should have scored. We didn't score. So yeah, we have been lackluster in front of goal for a long time now, and it can bite us because I don't want to get too much skeptical because it's been just a one game, because in the previous years, in the previous seasons, There have been many instances that whenever we had a chance to go away, we have just bluffed and we have just dropped points or we have lost. But this season, we have seen that there are many games, there have been many games when we could have potentially flopped or we could have potentially, slipped up. We haven't been, and on against Crystal Palace, to be honest, they're a good team. Let's just admit that for a second, because they're not that bad at all. So yeah, I will take it as a as a blessing in disguise, because now the players know what they are going to, they will have to do to get to the top four. But again, there are injuries, the two main injuries, Tierney out for the season and then Partey. So it, it can get very tricky.
Yeah, the situation of our squad being so thin could cause us some problems, going into these last 9 games now. There are some options. We'll discuss that more when we talk about the Brighton game. It's going to be interesting to see what Arteta does. Arteta came out after the game and said that was not good enough, apologised to us fans. So we're all expecting a reaction. We have to put it down to a blip, hopefully. We know the players are human. Bad performances can happen.
Absolutely.
These things can happen. So let's keep optimistic. Hope it was just a blip and we can pick ourselves up against Brighton. But yeah, as I was saying, before we discuss that, let's talk a little bit about our top 4 rivals. So first up on the weekend was Man United and Leicester.
I told you they're going to drop points, and they did.
Yeah, it's good result for us.
I think if even I think that goal from Madison should have stood as well, because that was a very soft foul.
I don't know what's going on.
Because that is the thing that I don't understand, why when it's the like of Manchester United, they get all the benefit of these doubts, and when it comes to against us, we are always on the wrong side. This just baffles me completely, because that goal should have stood, I do believe, because that was not a blatant foul, because the player with the leg of the Leicester player, I forgot his name, was it Iheanacho? Iheanacho, I think, who was deemed as the offender there for fouling. I thought it was very soft. It should have stood, but still, it is as it is. But still, they dropped points, which is good. And then Tottenham, you saw what happened there as well. A big win for them now. They're same on points with us. So yeah.
Yeah, so looking at it now, you'd say Man United are probably the outsiders. West Ham as well, they won again, but in terms of looking at the table, it looks like it's going to be down to us and Tottenham. There's still 9 games to go, so a lot can happen. But Tottenham are looking in good form now. They've won 3 games in a row. They're scoring a lot of goals. They're looking confident as a team now. It seems like Conte's got them playing a lot better. But we know Tottenham can be very inconsistent, so we've got to hope that they'll throw in some bad performances.
It's always very hard to praise the Tottenham side, because being an Arsenal fan, I completely despise them, and I don't want to say even good things about them because I don't care. But yeah, they've been playing well. I'll have to admit that they're as a team, they've been doing well. They're scoring goals, because you can clearly see that the evidence that they're scoring goals, they're creating more chances than us, and there are some good players. The likes of Kane, Son, and even Lucas Moura and others. They're doing in terms of offensive play, they're doing better than our offensive players, because our striker Lacazette, you can see he's completely out of touch. He has scored 1 open goal in the last 15 or 16 games, and at the other side, Harry Kane is scoring goals. So in terms of the offensive play, they're better, that's for sure. But it's Tottenham at the end of the day, so so you always expect them to just slip up at the end, and always expect them to bottle. So I'll be hoping that they will be bottling, because they have Liverpool as well. They have Liverpool, they have us, and we on the other hand have Chelsea away and United at home. I think United at home is beatable, completely beatable. And Chelsea, given their performance in the last 2 matches, you saw Brentford first. They were completely bamboozled by Brentford, and then Real Madrid. So I think it is probably the perfect time to play Chelsea as well. So if we can make a point from there at least, then I think we are in the right course. But we have to win the next 2 matches. I think the next 2 matches are absolutely crucial. Brighton at home tomorrow is massive, because we saw what happened against Brighton in the first season of Unai Emery. We drew 0-0 at our home, and that cost us the Champions League place. Had we won the game, the scenario could have been completely different from where we are now today. Mikel Arteta as well, because we been in the Champions League in that season, the 2019-20 season, I do think the fans wouldn't have given up on Unai Emery that soon. So it was a very significant match that season that I think that potentially kind of sealed the fate of Unai Emery after a few months' time. And it can be a very significant match for us as well, because 3 points are absolutely crucial for us.
Yeah, for sure. Really, really must get the 3 points. I'm hoping that we get them early, just go for them early, try and get that early goal. So let's look at our starting lineup now. So we know that TD's out. What would you do in the left back situation?
I'd rather, I can't even put Granit Xhaka there, because given now Partey is out, because who then we play in the midfield? Do you go with Emil Smith-Rowe and Lokonga in the midfield and then play Granit Xhaka at left back? But there are rumors that the Nuno Sousa may be given a go, because he has impressed Mikel Arteta. He's a young kid at our academy and has been doing well, but I'm really not sure whether he'll be put into the he'll be given a very early exposure in the Premier League that this soon. But we may have to play with the likes of Tavares again at home. I think he will have to start, because otherwise, it's no point giving a young Nuno Sousa a game at this point of time, and when the ramifications can be so damning. So I do believe Arteta will be going with Nuno Tavares as well, because given it's his home, it may well be a bit less, daunting for him. So I will go with Nuno Tavares in the left back for now, because you can't just put a kid at that point when when this huge thing hinges on the results. Yeah, that's a huge blow. Again, we are so unlucky. You could see. I think Mikel Arteta should have. What are you doing as a club? I do believe that you could see that what Klopp did. He blocked Trent Alexander-Arnold's England call-ups. He didn't play in the friendlies, and then our main left back, the only left back that we have, the only decent left back that we have, he plays 2 of the Scotland's 90 minutes friendly games. Why? We should have been communicating with the Scotland team and their manager that, okay, give him 50, 60 minutes. Why is he playing 90 minutes for Scotland? It's not a crucial match. It's not that will be completely sealing their fate in the World Cup, because that match is in June. Why is he playing 90 minutes? I can understand Thomas Partey's involvement in the African qualifiers. It's okay. He has damaged his thigh. It's very unfortunate. But in Thierry's case, it's completely unnecessary, because it's a friendly. It's just a mere friendly.
Definitely.
I don't know why we are so soft, because at this moment of time, these 2 injuries, Tierney and Partey as well. Now, who will have to play? Lokonga. I'm really not convinced by Lokonga. He had a decent start. He has faded off. He hasn't got a lot of chances, and he's very young. You can't just blame him as well. It's his first season in the Premier League, in the English football, so he's still learning. He's very young. But we have to play him. I think Lokonga will be playing along with.
You'll put him instead of Elneny, yeah?
Yeah, we have Elneny as well. Yeah, I will go with Elneny then. If at home, I think it will be Elneny or Lokonga, but away, I think it will at Southampton. I will go with Elneny. I will go with Elneny at Southampton, but I will give Lokonga a go against Brighton, because I do believe he still possesses a bit offensive play that Elneny lacks, and then Granit Xhaka sits in the defense. He just completely controls, and Lokonga can go a bit forward maybe. But if Arteta thinks otherwise, if he thinks that Granit Xhaka will still be playing as the advanced role that he has played in recently, then we may slot in Elneny instead of Lokonga.
Okay, and then Lacazette, I know for many weeks you've been saying that we should be dropping him, give Martinelli a chance. I don't know if I'd do it now.
Why not? Why not? We have seen what has happened, and also I think there is a chance that there's a very a faded chance, a very minor chance that we can play Bukayo Saka at left back. because he has played there in the past. Because his breakthrough season was been playing at the left back in the 1920 season under Emery. So we can go with Bukayo Saka at left back, and then probably play Pepe on the right, Martinelli on the left, Odegaard in the middle, and get Lacazette through, or may play Emil Smith Rowe in the middle. There are many permutation combinations that can happen, but I will probably stick with the Nuno Tavares at left back, and Lokonga and Xhaka at middle, and we go with the likes of Martinelli in the left, Emil Smith Rowe, or no, sorry, Odegaard in the middle, or we can try Emil Smith Rowe in the middle and play Saka on the right, and maybe he will give Lacazette again. I don't see he's changing Lacazette, because Arteta loves, the players who are industrious, who gives all, and who works hard. So I think he will stick with Lacazette.
Yeah, there's also a call to maybe give Eddie a chance. He's looked quite lively last few games coming off the bench. We saw he hit the bar.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has looked a bit lively. So yeah, I thought he did a lot better in the last 20 minutes than Lacazette did in the first 70. So, or in the whole 90, Lacazette was on for the full 90 minutes. So, but I think Eddie looked good. He has done a bit. He has done better in his recent cameo appearance. I think you remember against Wolves at home, he did very well. He provided the assist for Nico Pepe. He caused constant troubles to the Wolves defenders. He has been lively, but it's hard for me to see that Arteta is trusting on Nketiah in these crucial games. I think he'll go with Lacazette.
Okay, I mean, looking at Brighton, they're kind of in that mid-table, end-of-season situation where they're not pushing for Europe, they're not in a relegation battle, so a lot of their minds are probably onto the summer and next season, on the beach, thinking about their holidays. So hopefully, they're not really up for this one, and it'll hopefully be a comfortable win for us. But
I don't think you can get complacent in the Premier League, because I'm quite sure they'll be up for it, and they have the likes of Danny Welbeck and Neil Maupay.
Yeah, I was just going to say, obviously they're professional players. They got some players that we know are good, dangerous players. They're having a good season earlier on. They kind of tailed off a little bit now.
Yeah.
They're a dangerous team, and we're going to have to be on our game. What do you think is the threats from them we need to be wary of?
I think Maupay is a constant threat, and even Danny Welbeck as well. They have some decent players. And the Pascal Grob, that guy, there's a guy, Pascal Grob, whatever his name is, the German guy that they have. I like him. He's a very good player. And also, apart from him, if you say me about the players like Busuma, he's a good, decent player. So they have some decent players, man. They had a decent start in the Premier League this season. They were, I think, in the top 6 for a certain period of time in the first 7 or 8 games. So yeah, you can't just take them lightly, because if we take them lightly, we're a fool. Because I don't think we took Crystal Palace lightly. I think they completely outplayed us in the first 45 minutes there. But if we get complacent against Brighton, and if we think that we can do again, and we can start that slow again in the first half, they can really cause us some problems, and they can punish us, definitely. So I think we'll have to give our everything. I think I do believe that there will be a good reaction, especially after the loss on Monday, because I really think that these players care. The only thing that keeps me going, that keeps me optimistic, is that I do believe that these players care about the club. These players care about the badge and the manager. They love their manager. They want to play for their manager. So that's what makes me think that there will be a decent response, and may the response continue for a long time now, because we have some huge matches in front of us in the next month or so.
Yeah, we sure do. So, quick score prediction.
3-0 Arsenal.
I'm going for 3-0 as well. See a response, come out first half flying at them, get that early goal.
Yeah, completely decimate them in the first 30 minutes. That should be a plan. Completely decimate them. Just bang, score goals.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Nice fast pace. So yeah, let's hope we do get that win. As I said, it's really important for us. Let's look at some of our top 4 rivals matches coming up this weekend. So Everton are playing Man United. Your thoughts on that one?
I think Everton are struggling. I really think they're struggling because they lost again in the last match again. They can be in the relegation battle if they don't buckle up at this point of time, because even the arrival of Frank Lampard, even the signings of the likes of Dele Alli and Donny Van de Beek has not improved them at all. They have been struggling, and they are, I think, 17th in the league place, and not much point difference is there as well, because I think the likes of Watford and Burnley can catch up them if they don't get their act straight at this point of time. But I hope they will be up for the Manchester United game, because there will be Donny Van de Beek unfortunately won't be playing though, but I do believe that they will be giving their all. But I'm not sure, because both the teams are very poor. You can't just uh, predict whatever will happen. But I hope Everton will be winning. I hope the Goodison Park will be also behind the team, and Manchester United, we have seen how fragile the defense is, how they can how they can get exposed. The defense can get exposed and all very easily. So I hope Everton will win.
Okay, correct score prediction.
Everton 2, United nil. Let's go.
That'd be great.
Come on, Dele Alli. Come on, Dele Alli. I'll be cheering for Dele Alli, Come on, man. Give me a goal. Give me a goal. I just, how that player was superb. Remember him. I this thing surprises me a lot. Dele Alli, his the way his demotion has been, the way the graph, the way his graph has gone down. It's quite saddening, because he was a decent player. Although he played for Tottenham, but he was a decent player. He was a very decent player. He looks completely out of sorts now. But I hope he'll be doing a bit favor to us against United.
Yeah, he's really dropped off. He was looking like one of the best prospects in the Premier League at one point, but yeah, he dropped off. Okay, and then talking of Tottenham, they are playing against Aston Villa away. We know Villa.
Yeah.
But Villa also, like I was saying to you with Brighton, they're kind of in that mid-table range. They're not pushing for Europe. They're not in a relegation battle, so they might not be up for it as much as they would normally be. We saw them against us recently. It was quite a comfortable win for us. So I hope they can do us a favour. What's your thoughts on that one?
Absolutely. Emiliano Martinez, you're an Arsenal through and through. So do us a favour, my mate. Be in the God mode that all of the Argentina wants you to become. So yeah, I really think that the Aston Villa match can be huge for Tottenham as well, because if they lose tomorrow, is it tomorrow? The match is tomorrow?
Yeah, it's the late kickoff tomorrow after us.
Late. Yeah. If they lose against Aston Villa, I think there can be, and if we win tomorrow as well, then I do believe there will be still some room for us to, there will be some breathing space for us going into the next few matches. But I see them. It's very hard to predict, because Villa has been very inconsistent as well. When they play, when they're in the mood, they're a decent team to look. They're a very good side, but when they're not at it, they look very poor as well. We have seen them conceding some very, very sloppy goals, Aston Villa, to be fair. And I see them maybe getting a draw. I'll go with Aston Villa 1, Tottenham 1. But come on, Villa, prove me wrong. Yeah. I will be the happiest if you prove me wrong.
Yeah, a 1-1 would be good for us as well. A draw, we'll be dropping 2 points. If we can beat Brighton, that'll put us, as you say, in a better position with a bit more room between us and top going into the more difficult games we have coming up. Yeah, and West Ham have got a difficult game as well. They're away against Brentford, who we saw play so well against Chelsea. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think Brentford going to win. Brentford are going to win, because the likes of the injection of Christian Eriksen in the team it's been positive, and I'm very elated for Christian Eriksen as well, given what happened to him in probably 10 or 11 months ago, and the way he's been playing now. He scored a goal as well, so I'm very happy for Christian Eriksen. I hope he keeps on continuing. He continues to play like that, and I hope I really do think that Brentford are gonna cause problems, and they may make a win against West Ham because because I saw the West Ham Lyon match yesterday, and they were not good. Although Cresswell was sent off in the first half, but they were not that good before that as well. So I do believe West Ham are beatable, and I think Brentford are gonna do it. I'll go with Brentford 2, West Ham nil maybe.
Okay, so looking at the overall top four situation, it's come off a demoralizing loss, but we are still in a good place. Still, it's in our hands. Are you still confident that we'll get top four?
Yeah, I'm always optimistic, because I always, my heart is always saying yes. My heart always says yes, but head is still saying yes. Yeah, head is still saying yes. Yeah, we are gonna make it because I do believe because the only thing I have said to you, the only thing that keeps me going, that is driving me towards this ocean of positivity is that I really do believe that these players are quality and these players care for the club. Because there have been times that we have seen that the players are too professional, they just give up. But this team, these youngsters, they have ignited all the hope within me, and I do really believe that we can do it this season. We can go to the top. We can get the top four. And even if you say, and if you beat Chelsea, if you beat Chelsea away at the Stamford Bridge, because they have been poor, they're up for the taking. Make no mistake, my friend. They're up for the taking, and if you beat them, then Chelsea will be in the top four race as well because they are not clear third. They're just 5 points away from us. If we beat them, then we are within 2 points of them. So things can get trickier, but for that we'll have to get the victories. We'll have to get the W's, and I hope we do that. I really, really hope because this is a massive season for us, my friend. This is a massive season. I've been telling it for a long time to all the people that there are people here in India, in Calcutta. They know me as an Arsenal supporter. They have known me for a long time, being an Arsenal supporter and being a crazy Arsenal supporter as well. And they keep me calling, they keep me messaging, what's going to happen? Are you getting top four? No, they're just going, yeah. And this season, I really believe. I was not believing at the start of the season, but the way these lads have performed, they've kept me, turned me, and that I was an unbeliever, to be honest, at the start of the season that we'll be getting top four. But as we are here, this position at this moment, we just can't let it go. We just can't sleep up. I really hope we don't sleep up.
Yeah, let's hope we can beat Brighton, get our confidence back, and then go on a good run. We know we've got some hard games coming up. There's a big week coming up where we got Southampton away, Chelsea away, Man United at home. After that, we got West Ham as well away. So, some really crucial games coming up. They also announced the rescheduling of a North London derby. So we know that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, we made it the third last game of the season. So could be getting into that with a lot riding on it. Could go down to the last game of the season. It's going to be tight. Just got to keep positive. If we just got to take it game by game, as we've been saying, just concentrate on Brighton. Then we move on to Southampton. And yeah, game by game. Let's hope we don't get too many injuries and suspensions because we know our squad is a little light and we can't afford too many more injuries. We've got these two injuries now with Partey and Tini. Still got Tommy out. So that's 3 key players out. That's the worrying thing with injuries for me. I think
absolutely. I think the only thing that can be the hindrance that can block or top four, a proper top four beat at this end of the season, at this business end of the season, is the thin squad. There's a lack of inclusions in the January transfer window because we were, praying that we sign 1 or 2 players. We should have signed a striker. We didn't. We see what is happening at the moment. Lacazette is completely out and dry. He's not scoring goals. And now we wanted a midfielder as well. We didn't get. And look what is happening. Partey, the main midfielder who was outstanding for the last couple of months. I think he was outstanding. The way Partey was playing, after I think he said something that he's not up to the mark at Arsenal. He said that I rate my performance 3 out of 10 at Arsenal. And after that, the performance that he has shown for us has been outstanding. And he being out is a massive miss. I think, yeah, Kieran Tierney is a huge miss as well. But if Partey is out for a month or so, I think that can be the telling blow for us. And then it will all go again down to the lack of enforcements, the lack of signings in the January transfer window. I really do hope that it doesn't come back to haunt us. I really hope to see the green and smile in Mikel Arteta's eye, in the Mikel Arteta's lips at the end of the season. But there's always the fear that it may well be the telling blow for us. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, let's hope, keep the injuries as minimum as possible for the last 9 games. Let's hopefully get Partey back quickly, Tommy back as well quickly. We're only 9 games away. It's not far now. 9 games. The finishing line's in sight, and just got to, we're excited but nervous at the same time. It's a difficult feeling where
Absolutely.
you're excited and nervous, optimistic but cautious, worried. A lot of different emotions. But yeah, take it a game at a time. So another big game coming up this weekend, which hopefully will be challenging these two teams soon. They are on a different level at the moment. We really got to give it to them. Both teams have really risen the bar in the Premier League. The amount of points they're getting each season the last few years has been phenomenal. And big match coming up this weekend. You could say a title decider, not really a title decider so early yet. There's still a long way to go, but it'll play a big part in where the title goes. It's Manchester City versus Liverpool. Your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, two superb teams, two of the best teams in England. I do believe two best teams, two premium teams of England are playing. And I make no mistake, I rather see Europe at the moment locking horns. And I do believe that City have the upper hand because they are at home. Because otherwise, the two teams are very even, given all the players that they have in their respective positions. But I do believe City have the upper hand just because they're at home.
Yeah, you think so? You think City will win this one?
I do believe City will win. I think it will be a high-scoring game as well. I think 3-3, Liverpool 2 maybe.
Okay.
City will just make it, I believe.
Okay, then you think City will go on and win the title?
I really want City to win the title. I want Arsenal to win the title, but if it's not Arsenal, let it be Manchester City rather than Liverpool. Because if they win again, oh my God, this world is going to blow. Thanks to the Scousers. Let it not happen. Let it not happen. We have seen what happened when it happened in 2020. All the lockdown period that we had in India, there were generally in the lockdown period, they weren't in the 2020. In the lockdown, things were very calm. Everybody was calm. Everybody was at their home, apart from the Scousers. They were just creating all the chaos, all the things that was, we have done it and all. So I don't want to go through that again. I really want City to win the title because, yeah, Liverpool at this distance side, make no mistake. I do have a lot of respect for Liverpool as well. I despise Manchester United. I despise Tottenham. I hate Chelsea. I do not rate Manchester City as a top club given all the influx of money as well because they don't have history. Let's face it. I do respect Chelsea. I do respect Liverpool rather I say. But come on, their supporters have shown me that they are too hot to handle. They are they go nuts, and I don't want to face that again. Let Manchester City win the title.
It's going to be an interesting match. Really looking forward to it. It's nice as neutrals to see two really great teams going at it.
Yeah,
a lot on the line. Big match. You say two of the best teams in Europe right now, and two of the best teams we've ever seen in the Premier League. So it's a pleasure to watch them two teams play. And as I say, let's hope we can be competing with them soon. Get that Champions League football and then try and build from there. And in a couple of seasons, we could be challenging them.
Absolutely, that's the thing. Because to get to that position, to get to the position where we challenge them, we need the Champions League spot this season. That's why I've been saying that this is a massive season for us. This season can actually determine what will be the path of Arsenal Football Club coming the next decade or so. Because if we're on the up, because if we get to the Champions League this season, things are going to get in the place. that where they're supposed to be. But if we don't get into top four, things can go south.
Yeah, it's a crucial time for us. Really, really important. Couple of months coming up. We're there now. The finishing line, as I said, is there. 9 games to go. Let's hope we'll be talking about a better result next week. Unfortunately, this week it's been a bit of a sad one talking about Crystal Palace. But I'm a little bit more cheered up today because I got to see Gujarat beat Punjab. So that
good for you, my friend. Good
today.
for you.
I'm looking forward to watching Gujarat play Kolkata soon, as we'll discuss.
Yeah.
That's
We're gonna destroy you. Make no mistake. We're gonna. Andre Russell is there. Andre Russell.
Oh, we got Hardik.
Yeah, my man. Oh.
We got Hardik.
But you know, as you said, Gujarat and Kolkata meet on the same day that Manchester United play Arsenal as well.
Yeah.
So, and as I was saying you at the start, that whenever there's a match of Arsenal and Kolkata Knight Riders on the same day, it's seldom that Arsenal and Kolkata win on both the days, on the same day. They both wins on the same day. So I would rather take a KKR L and an Arsenal W, man. Let's just end it there. I'm happy to lose my friend to you if it gives an Arsenal victory. I'm happy, more than happy. Let's just say Hardik Pandya take 5 wickets. We just score 50 runs, you get it within the first 4 overs. No problem, my friend. Let Arsenal win. I always say to God that let Arsenal win. Whatever happens, let Arsenal win.
It's going to be a great day. There's also a big boxing match here. The same day, there's a big boxing fight. It's Tyson Fury versus Dylan White. So it's a really big day of sports. And yeah, looking forward to that. Cover Gujarat. We're doing well, you know.
Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal.
As a new team, you know, it's just 3 matches in. We're won all 3 games. With some really good players.
Come on, man. This is just the honeymoon period for you, my friend. Let it sink in. This is your honeymoon period.
Players, you know, we got Lockie Ferguson. We got the man. They're one of the best spinners for T20, Rashid.
Do you have a player named Vidhiman Saha?
Yeah, the wicketkeeper. Yeah.
Yeah, Vidhiman Saha is, I regard him, not me only, there are many people, many experts, regard him as the best wicketkeeper India have ever had. In terms of wicket-keeping skills, my friend, he is the best. I've seen him playing live. I've seen him playing live in the Ranji Games, which is the domestic 5-day tournament, the domestic test season in India. He plays for Bengal, obviously. Bengal is my state. He's a Bengali. And he's outstanding. He is the best wicketkeeper I have ever seen. And I do have seen MS Dhoni play as well. He's better than MS Dhoni by a country mile.
Yeah, I see in the test team, you know, that he's favoured because he's so good with the glove.
But he has been told that he won't be considered for the test team anymore. So he's effectively nearing his retirement.
Yeah, Vasquez Pant. Pant's not so good with the gloves, but with a bat, he's magic.
Yeah,
he can turn a game in a matter of an hour, you know. He's so good with a bat. So yeah, I can see why that happened. But yeah, no, I know Sa's a good player. Respect to him. But at the moment, we're going with Wade at the moment. But I think maybe they'll make a change soon.
Probably we will rather do an IPL podcast as well weekly. I think that will be decent as well. Because people here in India, they breathe cricket. Absolutely. And IPL is like a festival here. In every home, every household, you will see people from age 10 to age 70, 80, they are watching. They're glued to the TV channel or they're glued to the laptop, computer, mobile, wherever they can watch the match. And it's like that people do have something to watch after they have a hard day at the office. They say that, okay, I have an IPL match, I can at least further. This is just like more than entertainment than sport. But people do feel pretty decent that they are going to
I love it. You know, on the weekend, you have a double header.
Yeah.
On the weekend, you have a double header, so you have 2 games. So here, 11 a.m. UK time.
Yeah, okay.
Until 7 p.m.
Then I think, then 7 p.m.
I mean, like it finishes at 7 p.m. So the day
Yeah, yeah.
11,
Fences,
11
yeah,
a.m.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it'll go on till 7 p.m., which is like 11 p.m., 12 a.m. in India. So it's like from
yeah, yeah, yeah,
morning to evening, we got cricket the whole day, IPL.
yeah,
Love it, Saturday, Sunday. And yeah, so big fan of cricket. Really love it. And I'm enjoying when we play you guys, Kolkata, 23rd
yeah,
of April. Look forward to that one. But all right, thanks so much,
yeah, man.
Will. That's all from us.
It's a pleasure, my friend. Always, and hope we win. That's the thing. It's all that matters tomorrow. I hope we get a W.
Yeah, for sure, bro. We need that win. Let's hope we get it. Thanks everyone for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share.